What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today Tony Ferguson is coming off a W, and other than that, things are pretty good. I mean, my boy Darren Till's coming off a win as well. And right now in the UFC, I would say we are generally in a pretty good period with things picking up towards the end of the year. And one thing that really stands out to me about the current day UFC is you can say whatever you want about the product, and I definitely have my complaints here and there, but this is without a doubt one of the best times in terms of the UFC champions that we have. I feel like it's not ridiculous to compare this lineup of UFC champions to that picture of like Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar, GSP Anderson. So like when all of those guys were champion, I feel like you can compare our current day champions in every weight class to that level of champion. So today I want to make a video ranking every UFC champion right now from worst to who I think is the best. And another thing I'll say about this before I start talking about these champions is these guys are all fucking elite, bro. I'm not saying any of them are bad. I'm just saying who's the worst one, who's the best one out of all of them, skill-wise, attribute-wise, and I'm going to account for the fact who's in their weight class, who have they beat, stuff like that. But the fact that people like Petr Yan, Usman, Holloway, DDP, Arman Sakarian, Mark Lishev, Aljo, Sean O'Malley, a million other people are not champion right now, and these guys are. That just shows the level. So before someone's like, dude, why are you fucking hating on fucking Murad, bro? Just remember that context, okay? Let's get into this. Starting off, in my opinion, the worst out of all of these elite level champions, I gotta throw Big Ank here, dude, because light heavyweight is dog shit. That's number one. Okay, Johnny Walker is currently coming off a fucking win. Zhang Mingyang was the future of this division. Bro's losing to Johnny Walker. And Magomed Ankalaev, I feel like he's well-rounded, but there's nothing that he is, like, insanely elitely dangerous at. I guess there's no other real way to say it. Like, I would say every single stat he has, he's either like a 90 overall, like a 89 overall. Like, he has solid power. He can chin you. He can rock you, but it's not guaranteed that if he lands, he's going to hurt you. Similar to someone like an Alex Pereira or, you know, somebody upper weight class like Pavlovich or Ngannou or something like that. So he's got decent power. I would say his striking defense is probably the best part of his game and his ability to mix in takedowns. But even then, I don't think he's like this elite, oh my God, he's going to ragdoll Alex Pereira. You know, we saw that he got most of it, all of his takedowns defended by Alex Pereira. And the best part of the game that he has is his striking. So I would say Magomed Ankalaev, he's a well-rounded fighter. He has good kickboxing, good defense, solid wrestling, probably very hard to take down. Decent power. You need to be careful, but you don't need to be like, I can't get hit by this guy. You know what I mean? And I would say his cardio is pretty good for 5 rounds, but he does slow down a little bit. Magomed Ankalaev, I'm just saying there's nothing that really stands out in terms of his finishing abilities, his power, his submission skills or whatever. So I would say he's probably the weakest link out of all of these guys, just by the fact that I feel like they all have something that they're better at than him, right? They all have at least one attribute where I'm like, they are completely elite at this. Nobody can even hang with them in this area. That is, to me, what puts the other guys above Big Ank. So unfortunately, I got to put my GOAT here at number 8 or whatever it is. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, 8, bro. 8. I'm good at numbers, all right? I do big business around here. I know the numbers. Let's move on to the next guy on the list. You know, the thing is, mate, Sergey Spivak should be above me on this list as well, mate. I've got to be completely fucking honest with you. I'm not saying Tom Aspinall is not good, but he is a fucking heavyweight, dude. And I'm going to be honest, we don't know anything about this guy. He is like a very good grappler. I think his jiu-jitsu and his grappling is better than Magomed Ankalaev's. He has a lot more finishing ability. If he takes you down, he will find a submission very quickly. He's extremely fast and agile and has good striking on the feet, especially in his boxing. He doesn't really kick that much or anything like that. His defense is like decent. He does do some weird shit here and there. So I think that Tom Aspinall, like, he's very, very good, especially for an upper weight class like a heavyweight and a light heavyweight. And because he's a heavyweight, realistically, he beats the fuck out of everybody else on this list, right? I have to just say that like it is, but we don't know how good his cardio actually is because he's finishing people. So I rate his power higher than Ankalaev, but he is a heavyweight, so that kind of, it's like everybody at heavyweight does pretty much have finishing potential and finishing power. His grappling is super high level. His jiu-jitsu when he takes you down is very good. I would say his boxing is pretty good, but his defense can be a little bit sus sometimes, and I want to see him extended in a fight so we know his game a little bit better. So with all of these things in mind, and the fact that he's beating kind of blobs at heavyweight, like I think he's beat a lot of the guys in the top 15, but I wouldn't rate any of them individually as like a crazy fucking win. Like Ankalaev, at least he has that Pereira win. That's probably better than any of Aspinall's wins. But even then, I think Aspinall finishing all of these guys and showing how good he is, I have to put him above Big Ank, but I'm not going to put him much higher because he's a fucking heavyweight and he's fought a couple of blobs, dude. Like, come on, dude. Marcin Tybura and Sergey Spivak, come on, bro. These are the contender wins you had to get, bro. I'm putting you at number 7. Next guy on the list, and this is so that nobody, because, oh my fucking God. The video that I dropped last week about JDM Islam, and people, dude, this guy's so fucking biased, man. This guy's so fucking biased, man. Islam by fucking domination. First of all, that's not gonna fucking happen. That's number 1, okay? JDM is not getting fucking dominated by Islam Makhachev, bro. If Islam wins, it is genuinely by a Volk type decision where he just takes down JDM and holds him. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be an Aussie casual. Mate, genuinely, JDM will fuck up Islam on the feet. 110% on everything I love and everything you love. On everyone's soul watching this video, JDM schools Islam on the feet. The reason I say all that is I'm not biased. I have JDM at 6th. I have JDM at number 6 on this list. I am not completely fucking delusional. I know you clicked on this video thinking, man, this dude really about to put fucking JDM number 3, bro. You really thought I was going to put JDM number 4 or 3, didn't you? Be honest. You deadass considered, like, will Bedtime actually put JDM number 1? I'm not biased. I'm completely fucking real, dude. I think JDM, being a welterweight, more skillful, more overall, like high-level wins than beating a fucking, Alexander Rakic, dude, that gets you a title shot. This guy had to go through fucking Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns and fucking Kevin Holland, who's up from middleweight, dude. And by the way, JDM, when he's not fighting a ranked level contender, he beats the fuck out of them. He literally finished everybody until he started fighting ranked opposition. Even then, the scorecards are like cursed against JDM. I fully believe, honestly, I could make an argument that all of his split decisions, they are completely wrong. They should be unanimous decisions. The fact that the Basil Hafez fight was a split decision is completely fucking laughable if you rewatch that. But it doesn't matter because JDM beat the brakes off him on the feet immediately, out-grappled him most of the fight. There was just moments where he pulled stupid submissions and ended up on bottom. But if you actually rewatch the fight, there is literally so many moments where JDM proves that he is a underrated ass grappler. Same can be said in his fight against Bilal Muhammad, the guy that dominated Leon Edwards, the guy that dominated Gilbert Burns, the guy that was on a huge winning streak, dominating welterweight contenders that you guys all rate. JDM, people, oh, why didn't Bilal shoot? Why didn't Bilal shoot? Bilal shot the exact average amount of takedowns that he always does in his fights. The difference is JDM has amazing takedown defense. He can scramble extremely well off his back. And on the feet, this is the best boxer in the welterweight division. This is the best boxer from 170 and above. Straight up. 170 and above, JDM pieces up literally anybody else in a boxing fight. He is the best boxer in the welterweight division, maybe the best boxer ever in welterweight history. That's not ridiculous to say that. The bodywork, the jab, the defense, the power, the combinations up against the fence. This guy is an elite level boxer. I think he is one of the best strikers in the UFC outright. His grappling is extremely underrated. I feel like he can actually scramble and get back out from underneath anybody in the UFC. And I feel like people have this perception of grappling of you're a good grappler if you defend takedowns and you're not a good grappler if you get taken down. But if you watch what happens in between, Sean O'Malley has good takedown defense, but when he gets taken down, he gets fucked. When JDM gets taken down, he gets back up and fucks you up. That is the difference between someone that has good takedown defense and someone that can actually fucking grapple. So JDM, I would say, is extremely well-rounded. He is an elite level striker. He's an underrated grappler, but I'm not going to say he's like the best grappler in the division. I'm going to be nervous when he fights Islam. I'm going to be nervous when he fights Sean Brady. I don't think he has one-hitter quitter power. I think he has extreme toughness and heart and cardio, which are great intangibles to have. But, you know, he did slow down a little bit at moments against Bilal. He picked it up in round 5. He got out from underneath a really bad position and finished the round really, really strong to win that fight. So I'm not delusional. I don't think JDM one-hitter-quitter KOs Islam Makhachev. I think he's going to have bad moments in that fight, but I also think he's going to have great moments of scrambling. And I think he has a major striking advantage in the boxing. I think his body work is extremely, extremely dangerous. And I also think that his chin, his durability, his heart, his cardio are big championship level factors. So I think JDM belongs number 6. I wouldn't be mad at putting him at number 5. I was considering it, but I do want to give Hey guys, Hey guys, I work so... Guys, that's wrong impression. Guys, I'm working very hard for being number 5. And honestly, guys, JDM would defend all my takedowns. Listen, I got to give Merab his credit, dude. He is the bantamweight GOAT. I have to put him at number 5. Okay? I do feel like him being number 3 pound for pound is genuinely fucking laughable. Like, I'm going to be honest. None of you rate fucking Sean O'Malley whatsoever. So I don't understand why Merab is number 3 pound for pound and Volk is below Pantoja. Like, that is the most fake hardcore thing I've ever fucking seen. Volkanovski should be above Merab. Let's just be fucking real here. Hamzat should be above Merab for beating Usman and DDP back to back and beating Robert Whittaker. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. But Merab is very good. I think Merab at 5 is pretty fair because this guy has the most insane gas tank in the UFC. This guy has some of the best chain wrestling and honestly very good takedown defense as well. I think that's another thing about Merab is he can ride with bad moments. He's actually really, really hard to take down, really hard to control. Very solid jiu-jitsu when he can get on the front headlock. And I think that Merab is getting his respect. And I got to give him some respect as well. I feel like he also has pretty decent hands. I think his toughness and his cardio and his durability is a really big factor into why he is so dominant and why he's able to really win. And the emotes, I mean, we cannot ignore the emotes. This guy is a Hall of Fame emote spammer. So with the 99 overall cardio, you know, the Hall of Fame Colby Covington maxer himself. Not the most power, you know, he kind of rocked Umar. That's kind of tough for Umar. But the grappling, I feel like, is not just cardio based. I feel like people are starting to give him this credit, and I've always given him this credit, but I will say this. There was a period after the Piotr Jan fight where people kind of made it out like Merab's not actually good at grappling. He just has insane cardio and just spams bad takedowns. But realistically, when you watch him fight, when he commits to a takedown, he's going to take you down. When he doesn't commit to a takedown, he's going to piece you up on the feet. He has one of the most cheesy fucking UFC 5 online glitch type gameplay mechanics, but you have to give him his credit for his abilities as a technical grappler. He's an underrated striker. His defense is pretty underrated. His chin is very, very solid when he does get cracked, pause. And I feel like the cardio is Hall of Fame level. So I will put Merab above JDM in terms of what he's accomplished, who he's beat, like Sean O'Malley, Umar, Cejudo, Jan. These are back-to-back-to-back great wins. Whereas JDM, I want to see my GOAT piece up Islam. I want to see him piece up Shavkat. I want to see him piece up Sean Brady. So right now, I'll put Merab at 5. I'll give him his credit. And now we move to the top 4. Like I said about this pound-for-pound list, I feel like 1 and 2, yes, that's correct. Merab should not be above Chimaev or Pantoja. I'll put him above Pantoja. I think Volk should be there. I'm just going to be honest, okay? Pantoja's number 4 on the champion. So I would put Pantoja above Merab, JDM, Aspinall, and Big Ank. That's how I would put them, okay? He doesn't really have these names that I'm like, wow, man, Pantoja's low-key the flyweight GOAT. But he is really fucking good. Like, he is a straight-up better jiu-jitsu grappler than probably everybody else in those lower weight classes, like except for like Charles Oliveira, Ilya Topuria, guys like that. I'm honestly saying Pantoja skill for skill subs them. Maybe I'm wrong, like obviously exclude Volkanovski as a featherweight because his takedown defense is so good, but everybody else, I feel like Pantoja would out-grapple most of these people in terms of his pure grappling abilities. He has great wrestling, great back control, great submissions. The cardio is very insane as well. Not like Merab level. He does kind of seem tired and slow down a little bit from time to time, but he is good at pushing the pace and breaking people and continuing to be aggressive even when he does seem a little bit tired. Similar to Dricus du Plessis. Like, he has bad cardio, but he doesn't. I don't know how to explain that, but I think you know what I mean by he's like a 94 overall cardio. He's not going to gas out. You're not going to beat him by gassing him out. He's going to continue to maraud at you. There's no other way to say it. I would say he has more power than Merab. Like, he has a little bit more of that sting and that technique in his punches and his kicks. Great Muay Thai striking as well. I think that's an underrated part of his game. Is his body kicks, his leg kicks, and even his elbows and shit like that in close. I think Pantoja is a very underrated striker. His grappling is elite. He has solid power, great cardio, iron chin, 99 overall chin. This guy is literally the king of the fucking flyweight blockheads. We have to put Pantoja at number 4. And now with the top 3, it's very obvious that it's, you know, Ilya, it's Volk, and it's Khamzat Chimaev out of these last 3 champions that I think are the best 3 in the UFC. The question is, how do I rank them from worst to best, right? And all 3 of them, I believe these are like the top 4 pound for pound fighters, right? And Islam Makhachev should be there too. You know, I'm the top of guy. You know, I bet Tom put me at number 3. You know, that don't sit well with me. I'm going to call JDM, get him to cancel the fucking interview. You know what I mean? I just have to be, I'm putting Volk at 3. I'm putting Volk at 3 because he's a little bit chinny and he's a little bit old. But outside of that, in terms of pure skill, this man is genuinely one of the most skillful fighters in UFC history. Still to this day. Still to this fucking day. Striking, one of the best kickboxers in the UFC. He can outbox you. He can outjab you. We saw him outjabbing Ilia Topuria, right? Great kicking game. We saw him beat Max Holloway using the leg kicks, right? TKZ completely schooled him. Brian Ortega completely schooled him. This guy's the fucking GOAT. This guy's the featherweight GOAT. And it's not even fucking close anymore. Volkanovski, 2-time champion, elite level striker. Not to mention the fact, elite level grappling. Islam Makhachev cannot sub this guy, can barely fucking take him down, right? Nobody else is coming close to taking this guy down. Brian Ortega couldn't even fluke a fully locked guillotine against this guy. Decent power, very good at damaging people with the ground and pound. Never going to gas out. Elite level cardio, elite level mental toughness. Elite level game planning and fight IQ. This guy's one of the greatest fighters in UFC history. Top 5, easily, all time. He is a little bit chinny and he's kind of old. That's the only reason I'm not putting him higher than Khamzat or Ilya, is because he's not in his prime right now. And he's still that good. He genuinely is Jose Baldo 2.0, except actually better. I'm not gonna, oh my God, people are gonna get mad. I don't give a fuck. He's literally what people pretend Aldo is, bro. I'm sorry, Volk actually came back out of his prime and proved how good he is. Volk is genuinely the featherweight GOAT. I don't care. Argue with the fucking wall. I don't care about WEC wins over Cub Swanson. Volkanovski is the featherweight GOAT. He beat Max Holloway 3 times. He beat Brian Ortega. He beat Chad Mendes. He beat Jose Aldo. He beat all these fucking guys. He's the featherweight GOAT. And right now he's still the champion. Has wins over current day guys like Diego Lopez as well, and Yair Rodriguez destroyed his bum ass as well. He's clearly top 3 in terms of skill and achievements and all of that stuff. He is not in my top 2 because he's a little bit old and chinny, but I still want to give Volk his credit and go on a rant about how this guy is so fucking goated. And by the last thing I'll say, easily, and I mean this with 1,000%, with 100%, this guy is easily top 3 Australians of all time. I don't give a fuck, dude. Top 3 Australians of all fucking time, dude. Coming in at number 2 on my worst to best UFC champions. I'm going to say Khamzat is number 2, and I'm going to say Ilya is number 1. Now, the reason I put Khamzat at 2 is Khamzat Chimaev. I think he is the most dominant champion and the most dominant force out of all of these guys. I think Khamzat Chimaev could genuinely, if he wanted to, with no crowd around to boo or no referee to stand him up, he could literally do what he did to DDP to basically every UFC fighter at light heavyweight and middleweight and welterweight. And obviously below. Dude, I don't know, man. Pantoja, low-key. Like, you know what I'm saying? But deadass. Khamzat Chimaev, I think, is the best grappler in the UFC. In terms of his ability to wrestle, his ability to control people. When he does open up for submissions, it's very rare that he does not submit you with that DAS or with that anaconda moving from those 2 back and forth really easily. If he gets on your back, you're not getting him off. And the thing is as well, he's taken down these elite level wrestlers. Even when they've defended takedowns, he's still been able to force takedowns on them. Who has gotten up from underneath Khamzat Chimaev? Who has gotten up against their will against Khamzat Chimaev. I feel like every time it's either the round ends and then they restart, or Khamzat Chimaev kind of lets them up a little bit looking for a sub or something like that, and then they scramble up. I think DDP honestly is maybe the only person I've ever seen get back up from a Khamzat Chimaev takedown in that 5th round. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've not watched enough tape, but I feel like from my memory, maybe Whitaker kind of got back up for a second, but then got taken down straight away. Nobody gets up once they get taken down by Chimaev. That's not hyperbole. He genuinely is the best, most dominant grappler in the UFC right now. I think his striking is very underrated as well. He has a solid jab. He has solid kicks. Pretty decent cardio. I'm glad that he helped me prove my video correct, that the cardio issues are kind of overblown. I think he does have solid power. I don't think he does that much damage. He is definitely a submission first type of finisher, but we've seen him cold some people on the regional scene, and we've seen him cold the GOAT GM3 as well because he was scared to grapple with them. So I would say Khamzat Chimaev, decently well-rounded in terms of his striking's not complete Khabib level dog shit. Like, it's better than Khabib's for sure. It's below like an Islam Makhachev level of well-rounded, but his grappling is so much better. His ability to take you down and maul you is just unmatched. Like, he is a guaranteed walking 10-8 against any middleweight on the fucking planet. He is going to take you down and destroy you as soon as he wants to. So Khamzat Chimaev, for me, I just have to put him at number 2. He seems basically unstoppable at this point. I know I sound like, you know, people glazing LeBron back in the day, but I'm dead ass. Like, who is stopping Khamzat Chimaev? For real, who is stopping him? I'm putting him at number 2. I'm putting Ilya at number 1, though, because he's not only dominant, but he's also well-rounded. Like, he actually can submit people, knock them out, take them to a decision, beating the fuck out of them, outstrike them, make them miss. He has cardio. Like, this guy deadass has plot armor I've never even seen before. This dude is deadass the main character of the UFC. There's no other way to say it. He has knockout power, but he doesn't have McGregor cardio. He has better cardio. He can grapple. He can pass Oliveira's guard. He can put him in fucking side control. He can put him in crucifix. He can knock anyone out on the feet. He can outstrike Max Holloway. Like, this guy's just the greatest. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? How the fuck did this guy get this good? If you've seen the pictures of Ilia Topuria when he was a teenager, what the fuck, man? How the fuck did he get this good, bro? There's no other way to say it. Ilia Topuria is just like plot armor 99 overall. He is like the created character that you make after watching McGregor win the title in 2016. Like, you just hop on UFC 3. This is the guy you would create. This is a career mode ass run this guy is on. He's just defending his belt against Oliveira, Rufus, Volk, Max, sleeping them out cold when nobody else has done it. You just have to put Ilya at number 1. I feel like there is no argument against this, but let me know about my other placements. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you think is the worst to best UFC champions right now? Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. I will be coming with the UFC Paris predictions this week. I'm also working on a tier list, and I'll get some other videos out this week if anything else comes up. But yeah, appreciate all the support, boys. We're almost at 100K. Make sure you're subbed if you're not already. And yeah, man, I'll see you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.